Hey you guys, happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. If you guys are watching the replay, let me know in the comments with hashtag replay. And if you're watching now or the replay, say hey, drop a gif, drop an emoji, make me laugh. I love when you guys chat with me on live streams. I hate staring at myself, talking to myself, so I love when you guys chime in with your questions. So today I want to talk about how you guys can remain consistent on social media. And I get this struggle almost every day. Every person that comes into this Facebook group, I ask you what you're struggling with when it comes to social media. And a lot of you guys say that you're struggling with consistency. And I think a big reason that you guys are struggling with consistency is because you're quite literally doing stuff that you absolutely hate, right? You hate posting on Instagram. You hate taking selfies. You hate talking about yourself. You hate doing all of these things, yet I find that a lot of people continue to do it because it's seen as popular, okay? And I am here to tell you right now that you do not have to do the shit that you hate on social media, okay? You don't have to do what is popular. And to be quite frank, there are different options out there that will grow your influence and your legacy over time on autopilot that make more sense when you're starting to grow your personal brand, especially because it's 2019. This isn't Instagram in 2012. This isn't Facebook in 2012 when it was rainbows and butterflies. Everyone was like, could see all of your posts for days and like everyone was loving all of your stuff. They could see everything that you posted. That's not how it is anymore, okay? Hey Shakira, how are you? If you guys are hopping on, say hey. I love when you guys chat with me on these live streams. So I wanted to talk about how do you pick, so since I know that a lot of you guys struggle with consistency, so I took a step back and I was like, okay, why are people probably struggling with consistency? Because when I feel like I don't struggle with consistency because I genuinely love what I do every single day. And I know you guys love what you're doing every single day too, but maybe it's the way that you're presenting your content. It doesn't make you feel good in the way that you have to present yourself online. So as you guys know, I love Facebook live streams. I tell you guys, I love going on video because that's how I can express myself the best. Now, some people express themselves better like through a blog post or through long form copy, and that's also amazing too. If you're a better writer, you should prioritize writing over a video. That's amazing. Everybody's different. There you go. So just know that when I say my examples, that doesn't mean that that's what you need to do, okay? So when you guys struggle with consistency, I took a step back and I was like, okay, what makes people struggle with consistency? And a big reason that people will struggle with consistency is because they don't have the success winning habits to stay consistent, okay? And diving deep further into that, what that also means is you're probably doing something that you genuinely, maybe like it's in your subconscious and you're not even aware of this, but you actually hate what you have to do, or you hate the way that you have to present yourself online in order to be seen. Now, this could totally not even be your fault. This could be something that somebody else told you to do. Maybe you like saw it in a YouTube video, or maybe like a previous mentor told you. And I'm here to tell you that showing up online, you can be authentic, you can be vulnerable, and you can feel good doing it. So here's my advice. If you are struggling with showing up online consistently, it is probably because you're forcing yourself to do something that you don't even want to do, okay? Which could be posting selfies on Instagram. It could be posting a selfie in a Facebook group and talking about yourself. It could be forcing yourself to do live streams, but you're an introvert and you really hate video, but someone's telling you that that's the only way to be successful. And I'm telling you right now that that is simply not true, okay? You can go about your way of success whichever way you feel comfortable doing it, all right? So there's no one path to making it. The path to making it is being 100% authentically you and finding a platform to share your voice so you can be yourself. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I love my GoPro. I love taking pictures. I'm very creative. I love photography. I also love showing up on video because, like I said earlier in this live stream, I get my voice out better when I'm explaining things and I answer people's questions because I want to clarify everything. If I don't say things like perfectly the first time, or if I need further clarification, I can ask you guys if it makes sense. And if it does, then I can continue with what I'm doing. That's why I love live streaming. I love video, but that's me. I know there's a whole subsector of people that are the complete opposite of me, that they hate taking pictures, they hate video, and they love writing. That's how they express themselves. They're like amazing writers. They could write all day long, and so blogging is better suited for them, which is also amazing. You don't have to do what is popular in order to be successful online. I want you guys to really take note of that. You do not have to do what is popular in order to be successful. I came across my success by using Pinterest. Now, is Pinterest for business the number one thing everyone's running to? No. But that's how I am currently pushing out my content online, including, I obviously have like every social media, I was going to say network, every social media network under the sun, clearly by now. Okay. But when I first started, I started with Pinterest. And that's how a lot of people got to know me, my quotes, my name, that's how I was directing other people to my other websites. And that's how I started out. And it wasn't the most popular thing, but that is what made sense for me. Because when I started back in 2011, Instagram wasn't a thing. Like, it was Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. And Pinterest was a way, because I was a Division I athlete. I was a swimmer in college. I didn't have any free time. I was double majoring. I was doing all of the things, swim practice, homework, eating, sleeping. That's all that I could do, right? Pinterest was the best outlet for me because I didn't have time to write blog posts. I didn't have the time to write long form copy on Facebook or anything. But Pinterest was a way that I could share my fashion pins, because I was studying apparel merchandising, and express my creativity. So I started with Pinterest. That's not the most popular thing. It still isn't the most popular thing, even though millennials use Pinterest just as much as Instagram. It's popular, but it's not popular to entrepreneurs right now. Okay. So what I'm trying to say with all of this is that the way that you can express yourself the best. So I want you guys to write this down. I want you to take a step back from what you're currently doing with your social media strategy. And I want you to write down, how do I love expressing myself? Is it through pictures? Is it through long form copy? Is it through live streaming? Is it through just audio? And when you write down what you truly love, not what's popular, not what, Cindy Lou Who is doing. It's like when you write down what you love to do, from there, you can pick the outlet to express yourself. So if you love just speaking, start a podcast. If you love being on video, you can do live streams, and you can also repurpose that onto YouTube. If you're an introvert, okay, and you don't want people to see your face at all, and you're just kind of like, I have all this value like bubbled up inside me and I want to share my value, start a blog and start a Pinterest account. No one ever has to see your face ever on Pinterest, okay? Pinterest favors faceless photos. So you can start pinning your images onto Pinterest that lead to a valuable place where you talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. And usually that would be a blog. And what's another thing that I left out? Oh, Instagram. So if you love taking pictures, you can put that on a blog, or you can start an Instagram channel. So what I'm saying with all of this is that you do not need to do what is popular in order to see success. You're going to start seeing success when you start doing what you love. So if you guys are watching, I want you to let me know if this is making sense, because I'm going to wrap this up soon. It's kind of like all that I really wanted to say. Is that as a wrap up, what a lot of people do is they kind of go out there. So like, let's just say they start their online business, they start whatever, and they're like, okay, Cindy Lou Who, she has an Instagram and she has a Facebook. That's what I need to do. I need to hop on that train, right? And then they'll find themselves in this pattern of hating what they're pushing out there, okay? Because it's not genuine. That's not who they authentically are. The way that they're communicating their message on those platforms is not how they love to communicate their message, which leads to inconsistency. Okay. And a lot of times we're inconsistent online because we aren't expressing ourselves the way that we feel comfortable expressing ourselves. Because when you find the outlet to express yourself in the way that you love expressing yourself, I know I said that like 500 times, but when you find that outlet, you're going to feel comfortable sharing your message. And then when you are comfortable sharing your message, you are going to become more authentic. You are going to become more vulnerable. And what is the answer to all of that? That allows your ideal clients to become attracted to you. So if you feel like you've been inconsistent lately, and if you feel like what you're doing is like struggle city 101, what I want you to do is I want you to take a step back and I want you to think about it and be like, okay, what do I love doing? What do I want? What do I love? Okay. And the ways of how to express yourself online. Do I like taking pictures? Do I like, being on video? Do I love live streaming? Do I love, talking about, what I want to say, but I don't want people to see me? Do I love, what's another one? Oh, do I not want to show my face at all? And I kind of just like want to write what I want to write about. And like, that's how I give my value out. But find the medium you like to express what you want to give value to. And when you go from that perspective, you're going to find that everything becomes a whole heck of a lot easier because you're not following what somebody else is doing. You are doing what allows you to become vulnerable and authentic. And when you do that, you're going to find that you're going to have more people like running towards you because no one's forcing you to be in this position of, stress and like, not being vulnerable. And like, then what does all that lead to? It leads you to not becoming consistent online. And then you get down about that because it's like, all you really want to do is share your voice, share your vision, and help other people out. But you can't do that if you're constantly stressed and inconsistent because consistency is key. Consistency is the way that you can get from like point A, B, C, D, E. Because the second that you become inconsistent is the second people forget about you. So Shakira says, good, happy to catch you live again. I'm so happy that you're on. Thank you for chatting with me. And she says, yes, find your niche and go rock it. Exactly. And when you find your niche, it's like, go be consistent in the ways that you love expressing yourself. I think that's the key that I want everyone to hear on this live stream is that you become consistent when you find ways to become comfortable with your consistency. And then it's all about habits. Set that phone alarm. If you need to remind yourself every single day that you need to show up in order to make that a consistent habit, go do that. Like I do that all the time. I'm like, okay, I need to like post on Pinterest. I need to post on LinkedIn. I need to post on all these places. And it's like, sometimes we get busy and sometimes we forget. So like make it easy on yourself and set those phone alarms and be like, okay, today is going to be the day that I show up vulnerable because I'm picking a platform that I love to post on. Okay. Katie says, yes, consistency is key. Makes total sense. You summed it up perfectly. Oh, I'm glad that you love this. So yeah, that was the wrap up. So I'll say it one more time. You do not have to be on a platform that makes you feel worthless. It makes you inconsistent. It makes you like, you feel like you're struggling. You feel like you don't get it. You feel like you're like all of these negative things. You do not have to be on a platform just because some other celebrity is on that platform or somebody else told you to do that or somebody else forcing you to do that. Find the platform that makes the most sense for you because everybody is different and how you love communicating your message to your ideal clients. Talking, being on video, pictures, or, faceless everything, which is Pinterest. Find that platform. Find what works for you. And when you do that, you're going to realize that when you start doing what you love, consistency becomes easy. Showing up becomes easy. And then you're also, because of all of that, because you're consistent, you're going to become more vulnerable and you're going to become authentic. And that's when you actually become the truest version of yourself, what happens after that? your ideal clients become attracted to you, because now you are showing up as yourself and they have been waiting for that your whole life, essentially. Okay, Christy says preach. And then Shakira says phone alarms help. Yep, phone alarms. I got that phone alarm where it's like, especially if I'm on vacation or if I'm like out of like what I typically do, I'm like, okay, I'm not like on my daily routine. I need to set this phone alarm just to like remind me that I gotta like get back in the zone and I gotta get back and keep doing what I'm doing. Because one of my favorite quotes ever that I heard at 10X Growth Con, Grant Cardone said this, and he was like, best known beats best. Okay, so what that means is you could literally have like, you could be the best, right? But if you're inconsistent, or if you never show up because you're not happy with the platforms that you're posting on, that just hurts you. Okay, and you're gonna see all these other people that are like, you know, maybe have the same knowledge as you, or maybe you hear someone say it and you're like, oh, I knew that, but I just never said it. And it's like, a lot of the times when we find ourselves in that position, it's because we're not prioritizing platforms that we should be prioritizing. Maybe they're not the most popular, but we're not prioritizing them because we were told that we needed to be on just Instagram or Instagram and Facebook, or someone said only post on one platform, which is like the biggest lie of them all. You should be repurposing your content and be on as many platforms as you can, because you don't want to create the friction between you and your ideal clients. Okay, so I'm wrapping it up for the 80 millionth time. This is what action steps I want you guys to take. I want you to currently take a step back from your current strategy. If that describes you, if you're currently feeling like you're inconsistent or you're struggling with consistency, take a step back and be like, what do I love to do? What do I love? Do I like video? Do I like live streaming? Do I like audio only? Do I like pictures only? Do I like pictures where I don't show my face and I just give value? Write it down and then be like, okay, from there, be like, what platform makes the most sense for what I love to do? And then from there, utilize or prioritize. You can still be on every single platform of your choice, okay? But prioritize the ones that you love, because then that's when you're going to make the amazing content. And then when you do that, you can start repurposing the content from there. Okay. So yeah, I wrapped it up like 800 million times today. So I apologize about that. Like when I do my rants, I'm like on here, no notes. Like I'm just, you know, either answering your guys' social media questions or I'm just going on a car rant. That's why it's called car rant. So anyways, if you guys ever have any questions related to any social media platform, social media marketing, growing your business, mindset, anything, let me know in the comments, because your question could literally be the topic of the next live stream. So I hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow on the next live stream. Bye guys.